What's up, guys? Welcome back to Peaceful Seduction. Franco here, and in today's video we're going to be going over 10 red flags that you should be looking out for when you are meeting women or when you're in a relationship with women to help you avoid being with a toxic woman. Okay, now before we get into these red flags, it's very important for you to understand that the purpose of this video is not for us to judge women, to attack women. Here at Peaceful Seduction, we do not hate women. This is why it's called Peaceful Seduction. We're all about loving women, embracing women. We are two sides of the same coin. We're on the same team, okay? And so this is not about hating women. This is just so that you as a good-hearted man can protect yourself. This is about you being aware of the signs that she could be a toxic woman, because it only takes one woman to ruin your life. And so it's very important for you to protect yourself. So this is not for attacking purposes. This is just for protective purposes, okay? All right, and so if that sounds cool with you, then let's get started, okay? And so red flag number one, and by the way, I do want to say that everything that we're going to be talking about here is just a generalization. This does not mean that if a woman has one of these red flags that she is automatically bad, okay? There are exceptions to every rule. Sometimes it may seem like a woman has a red flag when in reality, it's really not. And so it's very important for you to continue getting to know the woman, confirm to see if it is a red flag or if it's not. All right, and so these is just generalizations, okay? Nothing is ever 100% true, okay? So just signs to look out for, okay? And so let's get into it. And so red flag number one is that most, if not all, of her female friends or family members are single or they struggle a lot in relationships, okay? So basically all the women in her life, maybe she has a single mom, maybe she has her aunts are single, her female cousins are single, her sister is single, her friends are single, her just people who she has in her life are single or are struggling, okay? What does this mean? This means that for whatever reason, the women that she knows, they just cannot hold a relationship. They cannot either attract the man or they cannot make the man happy in a relationship. There's something that they are doing wrong, okay? And so if one person is struggling, that is okay, like if one of her female friends is struggling. But when the majority of people, of the women that she knows, are struggling, there's something wrong there, okay? That means that, and it means that they're probably doing something wrong, or they're not taking responsibility for themselves as to what men find attractive. They don't really care to make the man attractive. And so what happens is that they're gonna spread negative beliefs onto the girl that you are meeting, okay? Basically saying, oh, it's all men's fault, or maybe they just have self-sabotaging beliefs and they're just spreading it onto the girl. And so this, like, usually, like, when women are in this position, they'll tend to blame men as to why they're single. Oh, there's no more good men in the world, or all men suck, all men are pigs, so on and so on, as opposed to taking responsibility for themselves. Maybe they need to hit the gym, maybe they need to dress better, maybe they need to be kinder, maybe they need to be more feminine, but they don't want to take responsibility, so they just blame everything on men. And so they could spread these beliefs onto the girl that you want, and maybe she won't be a girl who's going to take self-responsibility to be her best version of herself, right? They can get lazy and just say, hey, all the fault belongs to men and not us women. Us women are perfect the way we are. We don't need to change. We don't need to grow. We don't need to improve ourselves, right? And so that is a red flag, because that could be a girl who's not going to want to improve herself, become her best version. She's just going to end up blaming you or just men at large, okay? And so again, if one of her female friends or female family members is single, that's not a problem. But when it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 women are all single, struggling with a relationship, there is something that's not, like, you can't expect for 10 women to struggle and then the girl that you're meeting, all of a sudden she's going to be like this winner who knows everything she's doing in order to attract you, okay? So that's a no-no. All right, red flag number two is that she is easily influenced by the women around her, okay? So going back to female friends and female family members, this goes to both women and men, but there are some people who honestly, they cannot think for themselves, and every decision they make needs to be approved by somebody else, okay? Usually friends, usually family members, okay? And so oftentimes, let's say a girl, she meets a guy, in this case you, and she's kind of interested in him, but then it's become a normal thing for a lot of girls nowadays to just ask their friends or ask their family members, hey, what do you think about this guy? Should I date him? Should I not? as opposed to her just being clear, yes, I want to date this guy, he seems awesome, right? Like, you're an awesome guy, but she still needs to approve her friends, she still needs to approve her family members. That can get annoying because let's say down the line you guys have a relationship and you guys just have some kind of disagreement, some kind of argument. She could, just because she's trained herself to always go back to her friends, go back to her family members, whatever is going on in the relationship that you guys are struggling with, she'll just blabber it onto her female friends and family. Hey, he said this or he did this. What do you think about this? Should I stay with him? Should I leave him? Right? Like, she's gonna be a type of woman who's just gonna bring all the problems to her female friends and family, and then the female friends in the family will start to hate on you. They'll start to judge you. They'll start to talk shit about you. And so it's not going to be good. And why does this happen? A lot of people, when they're little kids, as we know, like, we're always seeking approval from our parents. Should we do this? Should we do that? But some people, they just don't break out of it. And they can be in 25 years old and still asking for friends and family for permission, okay? And so that is not a good sign. Another reason why that's not a good sign is because there is a saying, when the value is clear, decisions are easy, okay? And so if a woman is dead set, like, this is an amazing guy who I just met, she's not going to have to ask for her friends and family for permission, all right? And, like, she just knows that you are an amazing guy. Of course, it makes perfect sense to want to go out with you, okay? And so if she's still needing to ask her friends and family, should I date this guy? That means that she's not 100% sold on you, okay? And so that's a no-no, okay? That may be something that you need to work on. Maybe you need to improve yourself, become more attractive, work on yourself, right? And so just stuff to keep in mind, okay? Red flag number 3 is that she talks bad about other men or just men from her past, okay? So this kind of goes back to point number 1, is that when a woman is struggling, usually she'll blame men. And so let's say she had, let's say 5 ex-boyfriends, okay? I know 5 is kind of like a big number, but just work with me, okay? If she met one boyfriend who was toxic and abused her and just treated her badly, that's completely understandable. That actually happens to a lot of women. But if it gets to the point where it's like 5 guys, she's claiming that 5 guys they all treated her bad, they all did this, or they just treated her bad, right? That could be true, but it may not be true, okay? That could just be a woman who doesn't want to take responsibility for herself. She doesn't want to work on herself. She just assumes that everything is men's fault. Really, it's just a sign of laziness and a lack of responsibility to not want to improve yourself, okay? And so you also got to understand, like, if 5 guys in fact did treat her wrong, or they all left her, they all dumped her, broke up with her, that could be a sign, like, why can 5 men not tolerate this woman, okay? Like, for one guy to not tolerate a woman and break up with her, that's one thing. But when 5 men all have decided to leave this girl, you gotta understand there's something there that could be intolerable, okay? She may be beautiful, she may be all charismatic up front, but in time you could realize that she's not a fun girl to be with, right? There's a saying that for every beautiful woman in the world that there is a man who is tired of being with her, okay? And so you gotta understand, if a woman is beautiful and she's single, why is she single if she's so beautiful, right? Like, she should be in a relationship. Well, at some point, she broke up with her past boyfriend, and you gotta ask yourself, why would a guy break up with her if she's so damn beautiful and so damn charismatic, okay? He probably had a reason to break up with her. He just could not tolerate her anymore. I'm not saying this is the case all the time. Maybe there was a good reason for the breakup, but you got to understand that if she's claiming 5 guys left her and dumped her, and they didn't care for her, it could be a sign that she's just not a woman who's fun to be around, okay? And so on the other side too, this could just be a woman who does not know how to select correctly, okay? And so she's just the type of woman who she'll date any kind of guy maybe because he sweet talks her, he has a sense of humor. She does not actually qualify correctly. Should I date this guy? Should I not? Okay, so she could just have tendencies to want to date toxic men. She does not actually make smart decisions when looking for a good boyfriend, okay? So that's another no-no, okay? Red flag number 4, she treats different people differently, okay? And so ideally, you want to meet a woman who's treating everybody the same, okay? From rich people to a homeless man to a very important person to just a regular nobody. A good human being is a person who treats everybody the same, regardless of money, regardless of status. But this is a person who is playing status games. This goes for both men and women, okay? But in this case, a woman that you are meeting, okay? And so why do people play status games? Usually when people treat, like, if a person is rich or a person is very important, let's say, like, I don't know, President of the United States, a person who only is going to treat a high status person well but treats other, like, homeless people bad, that is a person who is only nice when they know that they are getting something in return. Their kindness is only because it's convenient for them to be kind, okay? And so let's say you see that a woman is mistreating a waiter because waiters are low status, or she's mistreating a janitor, or, you know, just people who don't have a high position in society. If she's treating them bad, it's because she just feels like, well, what's the point of treating this person well if I'm not gonna get anything out of them? When in reality, we should just be treating people well because that's the right thing to do, right? But some people have the mentality of, I only treat people well if I know I'm gonna get something back, okay? And so that people who play status games, what they are is that they are transaction-minded people, meaning they're only kind to you for as long as they're going to get something back. So if she's dating you, it's probably because she sees something in you that she's trying to get out of you. She's not actually being with you because she actually likes you, because she actually respects you. She's trying to get something out of you, okay? And so if you see that she's treating different people, so she treats important people well, but she treats low status people poorly, that means that's a woman who, you know, that's a red flag, man. I'm not saying she's bad, but I'm saying you need to look out for those red signs, okay? And so that is red flag number 4. Red flag number 5 is that she lacks femininity, okay? And so you will see this in the way she dresses. She just puts no effort into her dresses or in the way she dresses. Maybe she's always wearing pants. Maybe she's always wearing shoes. She's never wearing short skirts. She's never wearing a short dress. She's never wearing bright colors. Maybe she just has short hair, because honestly, a sign of femininity is having long hair. You also see this in the voice. She kind of talks rough, almost like a guy, or she does a lot of cussing. Her voice is not soft and sweet. On the quiet side, she's just very loud, just talking like a dude. Just everything's just flat out. She's just bursting everything out. Those are signs that she may not be feminine, which means she may not end up doing feminine things for you in the future, such as cooking for you or cleaning around the house. If that's what you are looking for. And so if you are looking for old school traditional values, such as a feminine woman cooking and cleaning, then understand that if she's not putting any effort into her outfits, she doesn't have that soft, quiet voice, again, that could be a sign that she may not do traditionally feminine things for you in the future, okay? And so just something to think about. And also understand that if a woman is truly attracted to you, she's going to do her absolute best to attract you through her appearance, through her beauty, dressing well for you. Doesn't mean she's always revealing her body parts, but it just means that, you know, she's putting her best effort. She's accessorizing. She has her earrings, she has her watch, she has her necklace, she has her high heels, her dress. She wants to go out of her way to look good for you. But if she's not putting any effort, that's a sign that she just does not care to see you happy. She does not care to please you, okay, and to attract you. All right, so that's number 5. Red flag number 6 is that she's just ungrateful, okay? And so let's say you take her out on a date, you pay for the date, you open the door, maybe you buy her flowers, or just anything, any kind of kindness. If she understand, if people cannot appreciate the small little things you do for them, the chances are that they're not going to appreciate the larger things you do for them. So if when you are meeting a woman, like the first few dates, if she just does not appreciate the fact that, let's say you pay for the date or you open the door, you picked her up wherever she lives, if she just cannot appreciate those things, understand when you get into a relationship with her, like a long-term relationship, what makes you think that she's going to appreciate the bigger things you do for her, right? And understand when you get into a relationship, like there's going to be a lot of sacrifice and a lot of giving that you're going to have to do. And so, again, just know that, like, if she's not going to appreciate you up front, she's not going to appreciate you long term down the line, okay? And so and women, they notice the small things. So if she just cannot appreciate the small things, of course she's not going to appreciate the bigger things, okay? And so just common sense there, was just something to keep in mind, right? Red flag number 7 is that she asks for money up front. A lot of women nowadays, yes, they're becoming independent, but still there are going to be some women who are just going to take advantage of you. And so women, they may not ask for money like directly, because they're not like men asking for money directly. And, you know, a woman will know that, like, if she is to, like, let's say, scam a guy, she's not gonna do it super directly. All right, and so they'll just like say things like, hey, my car broke down, or like my dog got sick, I need to take him to the vet, or just, she'll make up this excuse that something went wrong. The basically implies that you should, like, send her money or give her money. And so just know that, like, if she's just, like, bombarding you, like, and you guys have only been talking for a week or two, and she's already saying, hey, I kind of need money for this or that, this thing happened, understand that's a girl that's probably using you for money. A woman who truly cares about you, who's just meeting you, let's say, for a week, and she actually means well, she's not gonna, like, want to just ask for money right there. Okay, like, she'll have some decency, and she'll ask friends, so she'll ask family members. Even if she doesn't have the money, again, she'll ask family members, she'll ask friends before she'll just ask you for money. A lot of women do not want to come across as a gold digger, and so they'll intentionally not ask for money, or even if they have problems, they just won't bring it up because they don't want to come across like a gold digger. Okay, and so just signs to keep in mind, right? Like, if she's asking for money too quickly, that's a bad sign. Red flag number 8 is that she just brings drama into your life. Okay, and so if a woman truly likes you, she's gonna want you to have a positive idea of her, a positive perception of her. Like, you look, when you think about her, you think she's this awesome 10, this awesome dream girl, a keeper. Okay, a woman who really likes you, she's gonna want you to see her as a keeper. Okay, and so if she's bringing up a lot of drama, like every time she talks to you, she just always bringing up, oh, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. That's a woman who does not care about your approval. She does not care about your opinions. She does not care about you actually liking her. That's why she just feels like she can just bring up all this drama with you. Basically, at that point, she's just seeing you as a friend, and she's just seeing you as a buddy. You're basically in the friend zone at that point. And so, because a woman, when she truly likes a man, she's not gonna want to ruin her reputation, the way she comes across. And she just knows that, like, a guy who is truly a high quality guy, he's gonna have his responsibilities, his dramas, his challenges in life. Like, why would she just add more drama to him? Okay, she's gonna have some decency. Okay, red flag number 8, and this is just like a little small one, which is when you're on a date with a woman, if she's just scrolling on her phone, and trust me, I've had this happen to me before, but she's just scrolling on her phone while you guys are on a date, that means she's bored of you. She's just not interested in you. Either she could be disrespectful, or this could be a sign that a woman just feels like you're boring, like you don't care the conversation. And so that's a sign that you may need to put work into yourself. Okay, this is why I say these are just generalizations. We are not attacking women. Sometimes this could be signs that we as men need to put the work in ourselves in order to make ourselves more attractive. Because a man who is attractive is going to have the attention of a woman, her eye contact. Okay, she's going to be like looking at him the entire time on the date. If you are truly attractive and if she truly respects you, wants to get to know you, just do know that it is a red flag if she's just on her phone scrolling, right? And the final red flag, and this is gonna be more for you guys who are in a relationship, and that is gonna be if a woman uses sex as a manipulative tactic, or a tool for manipulation. Basically, women know that men basically, like, sex is like the one thing that we look for most, and that she'll basically use sex as like this form of reward and punishment for getting the things that she wants. So maybe she wants you to buy her, let's say, a handbag. She'll let you know that that's what she wants, but then she won't give you sex until you actually buy it. And so she'll just withhold sex, and then once you start to buy the the handbag, then she'll just give you the sex. And so she'll start to, like, associate, okay, every time that you buy her the handbag or something expensive, then you get sex. And so this kind of puts men in the pattern of, in order for me to get sex, I need to buy her this, or I need to do her that. And she'll know. And so she'll start to give you sex only as a form of reward, and she'll withhold sex as a form of punishment, as opposed to it just being, we have sex in order to enjoy ourselves, in order to connect, in order to have fun. This is a giving and a receiving, as opposed to just the woman taking from the man. Okay, and so never let a woman make sex seem like it's a form of reward or punishment in order for you to give her what she wants. Okay, that's a very selfish thing to do, and it's gonna mess with you emotionally. At that point, it's just better for you to walk away from that relationship and find a woman who has a more healthier outlook on sexuality and relationship between the two of you. Okay, and so very long video. I know that was very long, but like I said, man, it only takes one person, one woman in order to ruin your life. I've seen a lot of men, yes, meet amazing women, but I've also seen a lot of men meet the wrong woman and ended up ruining their life. And so understand the majority of women, 90% of women or just more, like 95% of women are really kind, good-hearted women. But there are going to be some toxic women you meet along the way. And so, again, this is not to judge women. I do not want to see you guys in the comment section just talking crap about women. This is not what that's about. This is just about good-hearted men protecting themselves, seeing all the signs, all the red flags of a woman that you should avoid, all right? And so, thank you very much for watching. As always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what was the biggest red flag that you learned, your biggest insight. Are there other things that you recommend other men to look out for? Because there are going to be other men who are reading your comments. What topics would you like for me to cover in future videos? Let me know, all right? Let me know how I can best serve you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Deuces.